Hello once again everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time joining me today. Hi, my name is Hannah. I make a lot of different videos here on YouTube, sometimes story time, sometimes tattoo related, sometimes baby related, jewelry related. It's a mixed bag here. If you are new, or even if you're not, I highly recommend that you check out the playlists on my channel. I like to believe I have a little bit of something for everybody, and that's just the best place to check out all the different types of videos that I do. So I know it's been a hot minute since I filmed anything, and that's just because life has been so hectic. Like, I've had so much crap to do at school. I've been reading like a million different novels for class. I have to write poetry. I have to write short stories for class. Like, it's a lot, and I do online and in person. So like, it's crazy. And not just that, but I've just been really tired. Everything's still going good with the baby. As you can tell, the bed is no longer in this room, and we have a rocking chair back there, and his crib is right over here. So it's just been kind of hectic lately. But hopefully I'll be able to keep making videos regularly like I'm supposed to. I know we've had a little bit of a video drought here, but I am here filming today. Today is a Monday. I'm gonna try to get this up today for you guys, but no promises. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this frustrating story. So the story that I'm about to tell you is one that gets me really heated, but I'm gonna try really hard not to like get upset in this video, because it's not good for me to get upset. So I'm gonna try to keep my cool. But basically, this story starts, I'm trying to think of when it started. It had to be like a month ago that this started. So ever since we moved into this house, which I vlogged that and everything. So ever since we moved into this house, we've had the same garbage company, and we pretty much got them because a lot of people on our street use that company. There are a lot of companies in the area. I don't know if everywhere is like that, but we have a lot of garbage companies here. So anyway, we just chose the one that a lot of people on our street have, and we heard pretty good things about them. So we were like, okay, let's give them a shot. And so far, we hadn't had any trouble with them. The only trouble that we really had was, at first, the owner is the one who brought us our trash can and stuff. And he was like, oh yeah, when you get your bill, just tape your check to your front door and the driver will get it. Well, the drivers never took the check the first time that we put a check out there. So the owner was like, oh yeah, just like put it in a Ziploc and tape it to your garbage can, and you know, it'll keep it protected if it rains or whatever, and it won't get gross, and the drivers can just take it off of there, because he's like, they probably just didn't take it because they didn't have time. So I'm like, whatever, that's fine. So that's what we've been doing ever since we moved in last June or last July. We've been here about a year and a half, so somewhere around that time. So anyway, that's what we've been doing, and it's been working out. So when this particular story starts, we got our bill a little bit later than normal, and we put, you know, when we got it, I think it was the day after trash day. Usually we'll get it right before that trash day so that you can, you know, give them the check and they'll take it. But this time we got the bill like the day after or the day of the trash run. So they had already taken the trash. So we were like, oh, okay, well, we'll pay it next week when the trash comes. So we did. We put the check on the trash can, and the way that our trash company, or that particular trash company, worked is you pay 3 months in advance. So like, one bill pays for the next 3 months, and then the month before it's over, you get another bill. So it's like in a 3-month cycle. So anyway, so I know I'm kind of going off topic and coming back, but whatever. So anyway, that's what we did. We put the check out there, and much to our confusion, they did not take the check. They taped it to our front door. a little bit weird, but okay. And so the very next day, we got another bill from them with a $5 late fee tacked on. And it's like, how are we getting a late fee when we got our bill the day after trash ran and we paid it the next week? Like, that don't make any sense. Like, I don't understand, but whatever. It was $5. $5. I don't care. I just want to get it over with, because at this point, after that, they were not taking our trash anymore. So our trash was piling up. And I'm like, here's my thought process when they taped it to the door. My thought process is, okay, why did y'all just leave the check? Why not take the check and say, oh, well, we'll just get $5 from them next week or whatever? Instead, they chose to leave the check, take no money, and then send us another bill. Like, how hard would it be to just take the original check and then get the $5 the next week or whatever? Like, that's what I would do if it was me, but who knows? So anyways, so I decided to give them a week but they didn't, like, after they didn't pick up our trash 1 week, I gave them another week, because you have to understand, with this trash company, sometimes they just wouldn't come. Like, some weeks they just wouldn't come pick up your trash, or if they did, they'd be a couple days late. 1 day late, 2 days late. Like, you never knew when they were coming, and they hardly ever came on the day they were supposed to come. So it was like really weird, okay? So anyway, I gave them a week after they didn't pick up the trash, and they did not come again. So at that point, I started calling the phone number that was associated with this business. It was on there, printed on their trash can. So I started calling them, and I started on a Monday, because our trash would generally be picked up on a Friday morning. So by the time, you know, I knew that they had not come, because I gave them the whole day, because again, you never knew when they were going to come. I gave them the whole day Friday, and they didn't show up. So Monday I started calling. So Monday, Dustin called them, I believe 3 separate times, and I called them 2 separate times, and this is all before 5 o'clock. So I think he started calling around 11. You know, we both called periodically throughout the day. We never got an answer. We left voicemails, you know, just saying, hey, can you call us back, please? We have some questions, all this stuff. So we never heard back. So Tuesday, we did the same thing again. Hey, can you please call us back? You know, this is our address. This is our number. Like, we need help. We need to figure out what's going on. And keep in mind, these people don't have an office you can go to. They just have a P.O. box. So the only way to contact them is through their phone number. So, you know, we're calling. Wednesday, we're calling and calling some more, because we hadn't heard anything. And at this point, Dustin is getting really aggravated, because, you know, it's been 2 weeks. Garbage is piling up in our garage. It smells terrible. Like, it's gross, okay? We just want to know what to do, because I'm like, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss what to do. Y'all left the check. You didn't take the money. We're confused. So anyway, we're calling, and like I said, Dustin was getting really aggravated. So after leaving probably 15 or 20 very polite, nice voicemails, he finally got rude with them, and he did cuss at them. I'll admit that. He cussed them on their answering machine or voicemail or whatever it was. And I can't really blame him for that, because me and him both left at least 20 voicemails being very polite, very nice. Hey, can you please just give us a call back? Like, please, we're confused. So anyway, that's what went on Wednesday. And at this point, I had told my mom about it and how we were very frustrated and we didn't really know what to do. So Wednesday, she called them around lunchtime and she left a voicemail. They replied to her within an hour. They called her back within an hour. Are you kidding me? So basically, the man, the owner's wife, is the one who answered or who called her back or whatever. And she was like, the reason we haven't picked up their trash is because they won't pay us and all this. And my mom was like, they left the check in a Ziploc on the garbage can like they always do. And she's like, oh no, that's disgusting. Our drivers would never take a check like that. That's disgusting. Our drivers would never take a check off the trash can. Gross. And my mom's like, well, they've been doing that for a year. So maybe you don't know your drivers as well as you think you do. Like, are you confused? And so the woman was like, well, we'll waive the late fee, because my mom like told them about when we got the bill and all that stuff, which I wish they would have called us back, because we could have told them. It didn't, why did it take my mom calling? And I'll tell you my theory on that in a minute. But anyway, so my mom explained the thing about the late fee and how we didn't get the bill until like the day after the trash ran and all that. And the woman is like, well, they should have sent the check to our P.O. box and all this and blah, 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 which we were never told to do. We were always told to put it on the trash can by the owner. By the owner, we were told that. So that, and we've been doing it for a year, a full year. Like, why now is it different? Whatever. But like, anyway, so they're like, yeah, we'll waive the late fee, but if they don't send us a check within the next 3 days, we're not going to come pick up their trash this week, and blah, 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 and all this. And my mom was like, okay, I'll tell them. So my mom tells me all this, and I'm just so aggravated, because it's like, why could you not call me or Dustin back? Why? What is the reason? And I'm going to tell you what I think it is. I think that they know my number and Dustin's number are associated with our account. And I think that they answered my mom because they didn't recognize her phone number. So they probably thought that she wanted to sign up with them, or they were going to get some new business or whatever. Because all the reviews on Google that I've seen recently for this company, all of them are 1 star and talking about how this company never answers the phone, never replies, won't communicate with customers, and that is exactly what we're experiencing. So I feel like that's what it was. They replied to her because they thought that she was a new customer. So anyway, I was like, okay, that's fine. If they would have just answered the phone or called me back, I could have easily mailed it to their P.O. box. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But when the owner of a company tells you to pay a certain way, that's just how I do it. I mean, literally, if they would have answered the phone the first day I called, I could have mailed it that day. It's not a problem. It's not like we don't want to pay. We left the check out there. They wouldn't take it. So anyways, about 2 hours after I get that call from my mom, Dustin gets a very, very, very angry text from the owner of the company, from their company phone number. So mind you, this has to be a cell phone, because you can't text from a landline. It's not a thing that you can do. It has to be a cell phone. So anyway, he gets a very upset text from this owner, and he's just like, I can't believe that you cussed on our answering machine, and my young children heard you and your profanity on my answering machine, and blah, 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 and all this. And he's like, you're on our skip list now, and you better mail me that check and all this stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Just being extremely unprofessional and extremely rude. And so Dustin texted him back and was like, hey man, the only reason that I started getting aggravated and cussing is because me and my wife have been trying to call you for 3 days, multiple times a day. So why didn't you answer me before that? If you would have answered, or if somebody would have answered, I wouldn't have had to get angry. Like, it's literally been 3 days. This is a Wednesday. And also, he brought up the fact that he could return my mom's call, but he couldn't return our call or his call, or who, like, it had to be my mom, really. And so then Dustin pointed out that you can't text from a landline. So if his kids heard the voicemails, that's his fault for having it on speakerphone. Why would you answer, or why would you listen to your work voicemails on speakerphone? I don't understand. But like, I know this guy had to listen to his voicemails every day at the end of a day. And if you don't, what kind of business are you running? But also, what kind of business are you running that you won't call your customers back when they leave you a voicemail? Like, how does that make sense? It doesn't, sis. It doesn't. It doesn't add up. So anyway, after I heard that pettiness, I basically told Dustin, text him back, tell him to come get their garbage can, take us off the list, we're done, like, we're not dealing with them anymore. So he did just that. The very next day, they were back to take their can. We got through with them. We left some bad Google reviews, and the guy decided, the owner, decided that he wanted to go on there and confront us or reply to us or whatever you want to call it. Basically, where he said that we were lying and that we wanted free services and we wanted a handout and all this. And all I have to say is, sir, it is $63 for 3 months of your service. We left you a check out there. You didn't take it. We left you another check with the late fee. You didn't take it. So how is that us trying to get a handout and free services? I promise you, $63 is chump change, okay? It is no big deal. Like, we can afford that. It's not a problem. So does it make you feel better to go on Google reviews and try to say that we wanted a handout and free services and all this, and that, you know, we're terrible customers and all this stuff, when we've never missed a payment? We've never had a late fee before this where you decided to send it too late or whatever happened. You know, we've never had a problem, and we've been with you for a year. We don't have problems paying any of our other bills. So please let me know how this is us trying to get a handout or trying to get one over on you. It was never a question that we were going to pay you. The only problem was getting a hold of you to figure out why you weren't accepting the check or why you weren't taking the check or whatever, which that's your fault. If you want to not reply to your customers and not communicate, that's your problem, not our problem. I don't understand it, but it's your problem. And two, I read some more Google reviews that was people saying, you know, I was put on hold forever and then they hung up on me, can't get a hold of them. And his responses are always, we were out of town for Easter, we were out of town for this, we were out of town for that. Okay, if you own a business and you're going to be out of town, you either need to have somebody at home to answer the phone and to deal with your customers, or you need to send out a letter or something of that sort to your customers so that they know. You can't just not communicate with your customers and expect your business to just flourish. That's not how this works. Anyway, to make a long story short, this dude just basically likes to lie on the internet all the time. And it doesn't make sense to me because, like, what is the point? You literally just make yourself look horrible. Like, when you reply to people in such a childish, juvenile manner, you just make yourself look bad. You need to maintain an air of professionalism, even though you're not professional at all. So yeah, that was our little debacle, and now we're with a lovely trash company who lets you auto pay online. They have receptionists, multiple. You are never on hold for more than 2 minutes when you call. It's fantastic. They're fantastic. They show up the day and time when they're supposed to. They don't miss a day. It's wonderful. It's just, what a difference professionalism can make. So yeah, we got it sorted out, but it's just a shame that this person, like, went through all this trouble to make it a whole dramatic situation when it did not have to be. Literally, if they would have just called us back the day or the second day we called, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me again today. Leave me a like if you liked the video. Comment down below. I can't talk today. Comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe because I make new videos every Monday and Friday if I can. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.